the water that he collected spilled on the ground. And here was Al-Abbas on the ground on the lands of Karbala, right next to Furat, laying there with water spilled, and all of them on top of him, striking him. And Sukaina was back in the camp. What was she doing? Uncle Abbas, when are you coming back? When am I getting my water? Uncle Abbas. Al-Abbas would call, Wa Imama, Wa Akha, Wa Husayna. And Imam al-Hussein, hearing this, would rush to his brother, and everybody would move aside. But Al-Abbas, he couldn't see because the arrow was in his eye. He was bleeding profusely. And he would say to the person who he would hear his footsteps coming near, he'd say to him, please, just give me an opportunity to see my brother Hussein. And Imam Hussein would say, I am your brother Hussein. Imam Hussein would go down to the ground and pick up his brother. And Al-Abbas alayhi salam would throw himself away. And Hussein salamullah alayhi would pick up his brother a second time, just to hold him close to his chest. But Al-Abbas would move himself away again and fall to the ground. A third time Imam al-Hussein would try, and a third time Al-Abbas would throw himself again to the ground. Al-Abbas alayhi salam at the ground now. Al-Hussein would ask him, brother, what are you doing? He said to him, I can't stand the thought of who's going to hold you when you're martyred on the land of Karbala. How can I be held when no one will be there to hold you up, O Hussein? And Imam al-Hussein salamullahi alayhi, looking at his brother, he would say to him, okay, well, let me lift you and take you back to the camp. I'll take you back to the camp, he said. He said, no, no, brother. Don't take me back. I can't face Sakina. Please don't take me back, just leave me here, he said. And Abbas, no hands, water spilled on the ground, bleeding all over, struck with their spears, struck with the metal pole on his head. Didn't want to go back to the camp. Why? Because he couldn't face Sukaina. Imam Hussein salamullahi alayhi would see his brother as his soul would leave his body. And he would say, now my back has been broken. The flag was on the ground, the water was spilled, and Imam al-Hussein, it is narrated, Ashab al-Maqatil say, that he would be dragging his heels towards the camp with his head to the ground. And once he got towards the camp, Sayyidah Zainab alayhi salam would come and say, so where's Al-Abbas? Where's the water? Sukaina and the kids, seeing Zainab alayhi salam going to greet Imam al-Hussein salamullahi alayhi, they would run after her. Seeing Imam al-Hussein, they'd hold on to his leg. Sukaina would say, is my uncle Abbas coming back? Does he have the water for me? And Imam al-Hussein would start to cry. And Zainab alayhi salam would know what had happened. It is narrated that Imam al-Hussein salamullahi alayhi wouldn't say a word. He'd walk towards the tent of Al-Abbas alayhi salam, and he'd pull the central pole, and his tent would fall to the ground, and everybody knew at that point Al-Abbas had passed. Sayyidah Zainab fell to the ground, and she was screaming out and saying, who is left for Zainab? Al-Abbas, you see, when Ali ibn Abi Talib salamullahi alayhi was martyred by Ibn Muljim, before he was martyred, in those 3 days before he passed, he had his kids around him. And he told Sayyidah Zainab alayhi salam, he said, I want you to pick one of your brothers to be the one who will be your caregiver after I pass away. The one who will take care of you. She said, well, I won't select Imam al-Hassan salamullahi alayhi because Imam al-Hassan is the Imam of the time and he'll be too busy. And I won't pick Imam al-Hussein because he will be the Imam of the time and he will be too busy. But I will pick al-Abbas alayhi salam. And he took their hands and put their hands in each other and he said, you take good care of your sister. Sayyidah Zainab said, who is left for me now? She said, oh Abbas, you fulfilled your covenant to your father, she said. But Al-Abbas felt he didn't fulfill his covenant for Sukaina. It is narrated that that night, Sayyidah Zainab alayhi salam would go out looking for Sukaina. Where was Sukaina? Sukaina left the camp in the middle of the night to look for her uncle Abbas. She couldn't believe that he had been martyred. She went out by herself and Sayyidah Zainab would go after her looking for her. And their evil people were on the sides of the Furat and they would hear her coming and ask her, what are you looking for? She said, I'm looking for Sukaina, our little girl. He said, well, there's someone on, the body here. So she goes and who does she see? She sees Sukaina on her uncle's body. Talking to him, saying to him, you said you'd bring me water. Where's my water? Uncle Abbas, wake up. Uncle Abbas, wake up. Where's my water? هل من منادي ينادي وعباسا 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 ومظلوما وشهيدا وغريبا estranged on the land of Karbala, estranged on the land of Karbala, oppressed on the land of Karbala, oppressed on the land of Karbala, martyred on the land of Karbala, martyred on the land of Karbala. Ya Allah, Ya Allah, Ya Allah. Ilahi bihaq al-Abbas, Ya Rabb al-Alameen, who died thirsty, Ya Rabb, by his right. Ya Rabb al-Alameen, we ask you, Ya Allah, and this is a very important night. A lot of people have asked for your dua this night of Abu Fadl al-Abbas. Abu Fadl al-Abbas is known as Bab al-Hawa'ij. You knock on his door and you ask him for something, he intercedes. He intercedes. Ask, buy al-Abbas. Ilahi buy al-Abbas, Ya Allah. Ilahi buy al-Abbas bil-Abbas, Ya Allah bil-Abbas. Istajib lana dua. Ilahi Ya Rab, we ask you that you give health to our sick, Ya Rabb al-Alameen. Sister Zainab Sakina, the daughter of Brother Shakir, Hajj Shakir, she needs health, Ya Rabb al-Alameen. Ilahi Ya Rab, we ask you, we beseech you, buy al-Abbas. We place her in his hands so that he delivers her to you and you give her health, Ya Rabb al-Alameen. Ilahi, we ask you, Ya Rab, that you give health to the sick, that you bestow your mercy on our dearly departed, especially Brother Razim from the community who passed away in New York. Ilahi, we ask you, Ya Rabb al-Alameen, that you have mercy upon all of us and that you allow us to realize the perfection that you have asked of us and that perfection cannot be attained without the knowledge of Ahlul Bayt. We see Abbas alayhi salam and how he grew up, and we ask, Ya Rabb al-Alameen, that you allow us to be beacons of light just as he was a beacon of light and knowledge, Ya Rabb al-Alameen. We ask you, Ya Rabb, that you allow us to look at the different members of our community like Sukaina, like Sayyidah Zainab. That you make us like an Abbas, vigilant in making sure that we take care of our herd, Ya Rabb al-Alameen. كُلُّكُمْ رَاعٍ وَكُلُّكُمْ مَسْئُولٌ عَنْ رَعِيَّتِهِ. The Prophet says, he says, all of you are herdsmen and all of you are responsible for, you are all shepherds and you are all responsible for the flock. Ya Allah, we ask you and we beseech you that you allow us, Ya Rabb al-Alameen, to walk on the path of al-Abbas alayhi salam. so that we have the level of iman that allows us to stand by the side of our Imam when he appears. Ya Rabbil Alameen, Ya Allah, hasten his appearance. Ya Allah, we ask you that you support everyone in the center, those who made the center possible, those who make the programs possible today, those who will continue to make it possible in the future. Ya Rabbil Alameen, for the dhikr of Ahlul Bayt surely will make this congregation and this establishment be a beacon of light for all. Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ilahi, it is narrated, Ya Rabbil Alameen, by your Imams, that those that recite Quran become like stars to the malaika when they look down on the earth and they see these bright lights and they ask, what are these? You say to them, these are my believers reciting the holy words. We ask you, Ya Allah, that you allow our homes and this congregation and this building to be a star for the angels to see, Ya Rabbil Alameen, and for Allah to boast about, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ilahi, we ask you, Ya Rabb, finally we ask you that, Ya Rabb, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, and that we recite Ziyarat Warith, Brother Hussein can come up inshallah and recite it for us. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.